Hello. Here we go. Hello, ladies. Welcome, welcome. If you're coming on, if you can see me and hear me, if you can just please say hello in the comments. Give me a hello emoji, a smile emoji, anything, a little fairy emoji. Those are fun. We will give it a couple minutes. Awesome. I'm just checking my messages on my phone as well as the Instagram feed because they're all different. Perfect. Let me actually copy and paste this information. Give it a second here. Actually, I'll close that. And let me just add a link in Instagram. You ladies don't mind. If you're coming on, if you could see me and hear me, if you can just say hello in the comments, that would be great. And I am just going to copy and paste something real quick. So give me one moment. Put some information on the Instagram feed. Second here. There we go. If you can see me and hear me, if you could just say hello in the chat. I will actually just edit this stuff later because just do that for now. Perfect. Can't have too many Facebook pages open here. All right. If anyone's joining on. Today we are going to talk about managing and looking and working in the Google Admin Console. I did have a couple ladies asking me about that in the Google Workspace Toolkit course that we have going on. I do touch on it a little bit in the course, but I have some ladies asking me about digging deeper into it. I'm going to go over the high-level view just so you feel comfortable in it. I know it can be intimidating. There's a lot of major settings in there. That is where you would manage your domain or connect your DNS, kind of, so to speak, because now Google's domains are managed by Squarespace, but still those questions do come up when you're managing your website or email or things like that. The Google Admin Console is where you're going to go and look for those things and subscriptions. Hello, if you can see me and hear me, I see people are joining on. If you can just say hello in the comments so I can see who's here. And make sure you can hear me and see me fine. Thanks for joining, coming on this evening with me. I was just saying we are going to be talking about the Google Workspace Admin Console. Some people know about it, some people don't. Some people have tried to access it, but they get a little bit nervous because there's some different settings in there. Okay, we'll give it one more minute. And we will start at 7:05. Hello, Deborah. Okay. So if you are coming on and you are watching the replay, there is a link to the Intro to Google Workspace cheat sheets. So I go over just a basic high-level overview of what all the apps are for, what Google Workspace is really about. And then I added a new cheat sheet in there today about how to manage and access items in the Google Workspace Admin Console. I should just say the Google Admin Console. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we will get into it. Okay, give me 1 second here. To entire window. I'm going to share this guy here. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, great. Hello, ladies. Okay, just coming over here. All right, got it. Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, I am Marisol. I am the Fairy TechMother. I am a tech support specialist, and I'm dedicated to helping women entrepreneurs thrive in their businesses by providing personalized tech support services. I have like one-on-one coaching, training, and digital courses. So my mission is to help you overcome your tech challenges so that you can focus on running your business. Just leave the tech to me. So today we are going to be wrapping up the Google Workspace series. If you've been following me, you know that we've been covering Google Workspace for about 2 months. So we're going to wrap up the Google Workspace series today with a tutorial and cheat sheets on how to manage and navigate in the Google Admin Console, where your user management is, your subscriptions, your domain, DNS, and things like that. So if you'd like to watch the replays about the past Google Workspace videos, they are in this Facebook group under the videos tab. And each video comes with an associated resource, either a workbook, a guide, or template, and there's always links for you to get those free downloads as well. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed or a little bit nervous about working in the admin console, I totally understand. Those tabs and settings seem a little bit over your head. So I'm here to break that nervousness for you. I want you to show you that there are things in there that maybe you shouldn't touch, but you don't have to be nervous about going in and making some changes and things like that if needed. So tonight we're going to take the mystery out of the Google Workspace Admin Console and break it down into easy, manageable sections. You know, this is an important aspect. If you have Google Workspace and you have a business, there are definitely features in there that you're going to want to feel comfortable with and know where they're at. So we're just going to talk about some 5 key areas. We're going to talk about user management, security, subscriptions, your domain, and storage. So you know exactly where everything is at. And these are just your basic common tasks for things that you would need to access in your Google Admin Console. Okay. So whether you're running a solo business or managing a team of people, knowing how to navigate the Admin Console is pretty important. So we're just going to go ahead and look right over here. So I just opened up a Google Chrome browser page, and I wanted to show you how to access the Admin Console. So you're going to go right up here to the waffle. Let me get my mouse over here, right in here. So if you're logged into your domain, your Google Workspace account, you're going to click on this waffle, and this is where all your applications are. And these are where your applications are, whether you have a Gmail account or a Google Workspace account. This is going to be where all your applications are. However, if you have a Google Workspace account, the admin app is right here. You'll know because if you're using a free Gmail account, this application simply won't be there. So to get to it, you just click on it. And I'm going to log in. This is a security feature because this is an admin account console where all my settings are. So give me 1 sec. See if I did that right. Yes, I did. Okay. Okay. And this is the basic home screen. The most common accessed features are going to be tagged right here like tiles right on the main screen. But we're going to go ahead and look over here on the left-hand side. This is your navigation pane here. This is where all your different settings are. We are definitely not going to touch on all of these. Most people are not going to use most of these settings. You remember Google Workspace is used for schools, big corporations. And so there's also settings here if you're running a huge organization. But a lot of the features are pretty basic. So we're just going to go in, look over here on the left-hand side. So you're definitely going to want to know where users are. So obviously you're going to have your account. If you're going to hire somebody or if you want to create a new account, this is where you go. So there is a section right here on your main page where you just click on users, or you're going to go over here and click on directory, and then users are right here. Hello. All right, so here's where your users are. I have 2 domains, and you can manage 2 domains under one admin console. You do not have to set it up that way. You can set up one Google Workspace admin account, and you could set up another one, and they have 2 separate logins. However, I wanted to be able to manage both accounts on one page. So that's why I have 2 accounts right here, Fairy TechMother and Omni Prop. So if I were to hire a VA or an assistant, or I had a partner that joined me and I wanted to create an account, this is where I would do that. So you just go up here, you go add new account. And I'm just going to go ahead and make a test account. I'm just going to name it test as the first name and account. I'm going to do account with a Z, because I have made a test account before and it might see that and pick that up and say no. So we're going to do test account with a Z. And this, what you put right here, is what the email address is going to have in the beginning before the @ symbol. So it'll be test@omnihavenprop.com. Now, if you have 2 domains set up, this is where you would click this down arrow and choose which domain you would like this account to be set up for. This is your secondary email address that you're going to put in for everyone, because this is where if you have to reset their password or they get locked out, there needs to be a secondary email address and phone number for purposes like that. And my autofill just redid that, so obviously that's why that happened. So this is that's all you do, and then you just select add new account. And that's it. It's that simple. There's a password here encrypted. You can click on the eyeball. It's going to show you the password. You can then copy this password and save it for your records or give it to that user. But the user will also get an email sent to their email account you just created, as well as that secondary account that you put in there. And from here, you can add another user if you had multiple people to create at one time, and you just hit done. And that is it. In a second or two, I'm going to click F5 on this screen to kind of refresh. And there it is. There's the account. Now that I created this account has its own login. You're going to be charged for this account separately. I believe adding one additional account under a domain is like $4 or $6. It changes, but it's something along those lines. So this person will have their own login, their own mailbox, their own Google Drive, everything on their own. Now, if that person no longer works for you, you can go ahead and delete that account by just clicking that box right next to their name, clicking on more options, and selecting delete selected users. It's going to say, are you sure? Here it is. So the additional account was $4.80. So it's just letting me know that my account is going to go down $4.80. It's going to give you the option to archive the user and save it for later, or delete user instead. It's also going to verify one more time, saying, are you sure you want to delete this account? And if you do you want this user's data and emails and Google Drive and everything to be transferred over to another user? And in a lot of situations, I'm going to say yes, this would probably be the case. And from here, you can select who you want it to go to, but I'm going to select don't transfer the data and select delete user. And that is where you create and delete accounts. Okay, so I'm going to close that up. Another section over here that you may want to use or utilize would be security. And I do teach a little bit about this in the course, but this would be enabling two-factor authentication, which everyone should do. It's an extra layer of security, which we all need. So you would just go to security, go to authentication, and it's the first option, two-step verification. And obviously mine's already on, but yours may be blank. You want to go ahead and check this box. You want to allow users to turn on two-step verification. I like to choose turn it on, allow it, and turn it on. This enforces it. So any account you create, the first time they log in, Google will walk them through and making sure they turn on two-step verification, meaning they're just going to get that 6-digit code sent to their phone, or you're going to scan it into the Google Authenticator app and get that QR code. But it sounds a little scary and people get nervous, like, I don't want to take that time out. It's a little, I don't want to be bothered with that. But it's really simple. It's the instructions are easy. Don't get nervous. Just turn it on. It's going to walk you through exactly what you need to do. It's very simple. So I do recommend turning two-factor authentication on any account that is an option. Okay. And here there really wouldn't be much else you would go to. There is a spot for password management right here. And this is where you can change your password enforcement policy. You can make the password need to be longer than 8 digits. You can allow passwords to be reused. Just a few different features here. If you wanted to really up your security, you can change your password rules right here. I'm going to close that section out. Another section that everyone will want to know about is billing. So a lot of times we set this up, we don't know what we're doing, just doing everything real fast. You want to get your domain, get your email up, and you're not even sure what subscription you have or what you're paying for. So this is where you would look for that. This is also where you would change your credit card if it expired, or you want to add a new credit card. This is where you would do that. So right here under billing, there's subscriptions. And I have 2 subscriptions with Google. I have a domain that's registered with them, and I also have my Google Workspace Business Starter packages. So I'm just going to click on that so you can see that. And here, this right here on the left-hand side, I'm going to hit upgrade or downgrade so you can see the different subscription options. So here's the 5 packages that they have right now. Most small businesses are going to start off with this Google Workspace Business Starter Kit. It's $7.20 a month, or $6 if you pay, a year in advance. And these are just different packages depending on what you need. But like I said, most people are going to just need this, especially when you're just starting out. And when you are creating a new account with Google right now, they do automatically sign you up for this business standard package. I haven't found a way around that. So I do teach this piece of it is once you create the account, I teach you how to go in here and change the subscription back to the basic, because that's all you need. You don't need to pay an extra $5 to $7 for features that you're not going to use. So this is where you would do that. And I'm going to payment accounts. You can also change your credit card and all that kind of stuff right here. Change payment plans here. If you went from month to month and you wanted to go back and you want to change it to yearly, just basic payment type options here. So I'm going to close that out. And right down here where it says account and it has the little @ symbol, this is where your domain will be. So I'm going to click on domain here and select manage domains. It's showing my 2 domains that I have Google Workspace accounts with. I also happen to have happened to purchase one of them through through Google Workspace, and I purchased another one through GoDaddy. So one's managed here and one is managed at GoDaddy. Domains are domains. Email is separate. Websites are separate. I do have a course on that. I like to explain to women that my business owners is when you buy a domain, that is your business name. You own that. You can then take that domain, go to any other company and get email through them. You can get a website from somewhere else. You can set up a CRM somewhere else. You can set up payment plans with your domain somewhere else. So buying a domain is simply that at yourbusinessname.com or .net or whatever it is you chose. You pay a yearly subscription for that, and that is your business domain, and you can use it for multiple different services on different platforms. And if you decide to leave one of those platforms, that does not mean that you lose your domain. Okay. So this is where, like I said, if you had multiple domains, you can manage them at one admin. So this is where you do that. You would just hit add domain, and they will walk you through authenticating and things like that. But this is where you would add different domains and manage it under one admin login. And those are the five major, the five tabs or navigation tools that I think that most business users will be using, business owners will be using. All these other features, I mean, you could play around with the AI features. This is different app management. These are for larger scale where you can change what, like for when we managed a school, you can go into each device and manage what websites they can go to. So you can do child restriction type things. You can change, you can wipe data from devices. And these are much granular settings that basic small business owners like us really don't need. So there's no need to be afraid of going in here and checking your billing or user accounts or resetting your password. Let me show you how to reset your password. That's one thing I forgot. So if you get locked out or somebody gets locked out, all you do is go back up here to directory. You go to users. You just click on the box next to their name. And right here on top, oops. I'm going to delete users here. Sorry, hold on 1 second. Let me go back home. Users. And that's where you can do it right from this home screen. Sorry about that. Users. Select the name. And then it's over here on the right-hand side, reset password. Used to be up here at some point, allow users reset. Yeah, so it's over here on the right-hand side. Let me click there so you can see it. Here's the person's name right over here on the right-hand side. You can select reset password. You can rename the user from here and do multiple other different functions, but most likely you would just be doing things like reset password. So if you are watching this on replay, if you could just please put replay in the comments. I don't think there are any questions. There are links in the comments in the chat to download the workbook that goes with this, the Intro to Google Workspace cheat sheets. And there is also a link. This is the last week. If you have been following me, you know that we have the Google Workspace Toolkit, and I have opened up VIP founding members for $197 for lifetime access to all the current and future course materials. So this is the last week. We're closing it out Thursday night. So if you are interested and weren't sure if you wanted to do that, you got to do that soon. So if you have any questions for me, please feel free to reach out. My website is www.fairytechmother.net. My email address or scheduling links are all in there. So if you ever have any tech questions or need some tech support, I am your girl. And thank you for joining and watching. And I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.